Professor Pig is probably one of the most gruesome Batman villains there are, besides Joker, Mrs. Zsasz, and I would say probably Two-Face and Scarecrow on occasion. Professor Pig, or Lazlo Valentine, isn't even the only pink animal-related cannibal Batman has ever fought, who is also written by Grant Morrison. I'm looking at you, Flamingo, who eats people's faces. Also, I just realized from Professor Pig and Flamingo also appeared in a lot of the same stuff together, but they aren't related in comics. Is there a reason for that? Either way, I think Grant Morrison has a problem with pink cannibals. Professor Pig would first appear in Batman issue 66 in 2007. Fittingly so. This is actually a story about Damian Wayne as a brutal future Batman. He was a part of Damian's rogues gallery until he was found dead, hung on a cross like Jesus. And guess who killed him? A character named the Antichrist Batman. Why is that a thing? I've never heard of Antichrist Batman. Can someone please fill me in on what's going on? Why was Professor Pig hung on a cross? Why is there somebody named Antichrist Batman? Why? Just why? Just like, why? I thought the guy who dressed like a pig and that ate people was going to be the weirdest thing in this video, but weirdly, it's not. This is actually more of a preview to a new character they wanted to bring into the present day of comics, which he would be introduced in 2009 during the time when Dick Grayson was Batman, and Batman and Robin during an arc where he was a villain. Although his purpose was really just to be gross, eat people, have a weird animal kink, and possibly fetish, as his arc was more about the bonding of the characters Dick and Damian. I found the parts about the brothers getting along, about them chasing after a serial killer and teaming up, was great. Professor Pig isn't meant to be all deep and important. He's just a villain with a gimmick that makes him more than just average, but isn't, in my opinion, as big as in story as other Batman baddies like Joker and Scarecrow, or even Black Mask. Pig would return post-Flashpoint as a member of Spyral, which I found weird, but I guess it's implied they're simply just manipulating him into helping them. Whatever it is they want to do. That's not a joke, by the way, or a diss. I've read multiple different stories about Spyral, or have Spyral included in it. What is their main objective? What are they trying to do? Why are they killing people? I mean, I get that the name is cool, that the concept of the whole Spyral is cool, but what is their deal? Why are they using Professor Pig? Why are they constantly going after Dick Grayson and Batman Incorporated? Why is Hundreds a part of them? Why does Hood have to, secretly watch them? I'm just very confused. Anyways, Pig would be used by Spyral during a time Leviathan, that is Talia Al Ghul's Leviathan, was messing with the Bat family. And he would be hinted at having schizophrenia, but nothing was ever confirmed that this was actually the case. During Pig's rampage, he would turn people into, what looked like furries, but more gruesome and bloody and usually involving chicken heads, because it made them quote-unquote perfect to Professor Pig. I feel icky just talking about it, but even if it might not sound that gory, trust me, it is. Go read it. It's just gut-wrenching. Like, it is really just messed up. He would appear in multiple scenes when they need to fill up crowds of bad guys, and he would also show up in Future State with a kryptonite scalpel. Luckily, he doesn't actually turn Superman into a furry. That would have been interesting, all right. It's actually kind of hard to talk about him because while he actually does appear a lot, like when I say a lot, I mean he has a total of 185 appearances. He's usually just a gruesome villain that Batman fights, or is in the background of certain panels. There's nothing really new with the character. He just always wants to make people into quote-unquote perfect. Therefore, I can't just talk about how he makes furries over and over and over again, but that's just what he does for the most part. Also, they're not called furries in the story, but that's just basically what they are, so I'm just going to call them that. Professor Pig has appeared in multiple adaptations. He appeared in Cameo and Batman Brave and the Bold with his fellow pink cannibal buddy Flamingo, where he fights Robin and gets his butt whooped. He also had a recurring role in Beware the Batman, where his character was, of course, toned down hard because, this is a kid show and they can't have cannibals, so instead he was more or less a creepy bank robber. He'd also appear in Suicide Squad How to Pay as a black market surgeon, which honestly I think is a really cool idea, And I think I prefer over Cannibal, who likes to make, furries out of mentally unstable citizens and dead farm animal corpses. He also appeared twice in live action, once in Gotham as a henchman to Sophia Falcone and was boosting the creepiness by now having him feed pies made out of the meat of the poor people in Gotham to the rich people in Gotham. I hated that scene so much. I love Gotham, don't get me wrong, but that scene gave me nightmares. He would also appear in Batwoman as the ex-chef of J.J. who wants revenge. Fun fact, both of his live-action versions were killed off in practically the same manner by the main villain. Well, I guess he got shot on Gotham and he got repeatedly stabbed on Batwoman, but still the same plot, and both versions of him died because, he was trying to kill them, and then the main villain, pretending to be a hero in the moment, killed them. Either way, I think Professor Pig definitely has staying power, even if you don't like him, which I would say, personally, he's not my favorite. I think the gore sometimes could be a bit too much, and I think sometimes the whole furry head swap with the chickens is just way too much for me. I know a lot of people love more adult storytelling, and if you love adult storytelling and more gore and your Batman, then go for it. I think Professor Pig storylines and any story about Professor Pig is definitely up your alley, and you would love anything to do with him. He is definitely a very gory Batman villain, and if you love gory Batman type stuff, you will definitely love any story Professor Pig is in. Personally, like I said, I love Batman, but I love seeing the dark and the light parts of Batman. I like seeing the family dynamic of him and the Bat family while also dealing with these crazy larger than life villains like Joker, Two-Face, etc. But Professor Pig, I think, is a little too far, in my opinion, but opinions can vary. So that's really all I have to say. What do you think of Professor Pig? Do you like him? Do you not like him? For example, even if you don't like him, he's definitely has staying power. Like I said, he has appeared in a total of 185 issues, and I don't see him going anywhere. So, even if you don't like him, I'm sorry to tell you, he's probably not leaving anytime soon. And that's it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!